Do you think the issue with AI is the technology itself that concerns people, or the absence of social structures to adapt to something happening so fast?
It's a combination of all that. When automobiles came, we needed to create new social norms. Back in the old days, you probably remember that cars...
I'm not that old.
Okay, well, back in the old days, people said that cars kill children. What is it about cars that would hunt down a child to kill them? Well, the reason for that was because in the older, when kids were growing up, they used to play in the streets. When I was growing up, I used to play in the streets. When cars came along, you obviously can't play in the streets. We now no longer have kids playing in the streets. We don't tell kids not to go play in the streets. And we have sidewalks, we have crosswalks, we have jaywalking is discouraged. And so all of that combination of social norms, regulations, safer cars, seat belts, and all the technology that comes along with it. It's all of it at the same time. So I think you have to deal with regulation, technology, you have to deal with social norms.
What is the social norm that you think would make people feel the most comfortable?
Well, the first thing is that I would advocate that everybody use AI. Just go engage it. There's the free tier of AI. AI is the greatest technology, has closed the technology divide more so than any technology in history. And the reason for that is because it's accessible, it's on the internet, and it's also free to use. There's a free tier, and it's easy to use.
The gathering. Well, the event called USC Freedom 250 was held on the South Lawn of the White House and marked a major celebration linked to America's 250th anniversary and President Donald Trump's 80th birthday. But behind the scenes, investigators were tracking what they described as a potential attack plan. Reports say part of the plan involved nearby buildings with explosive-laden drones. By using the drones, the plotters aimed to spark panic and draw the fleeing crowd towards a sniper team. A second wave of attackers would have then allegedly attempted to storm the White House gate. Kash Patel's statement on X did not confirm those details, though he did post a link to a report by Fox News that included them. According to FBI Director Kash Patel, authorities disrupted the alleged plot after discovering the threat on 10th of June, just days before the event. The investigation involved the FBI, the Department of Justice and the Secret Service, with multiple arrests carried out across different states. Investigators said the suspected plan involved explosive-laden drones targeting buildings near the event area. Officials said the alleged attackers planned to create chaos and panic, with a wider operation also being investigated. The FBI's operation moved across state lines after investigators uncovered communications linked to the alleged network. Encrypted messages on Signal were examined as part of the investigation. On Sunday, the USC event went under heavy security. Thousands attended the unusual White House fight spectacle, while became one of the most high-profile sporting events ever staged at the presidential residence. The FBI said rapid coordination between agencies helped prevent the suspected plan from being carried out, while authorities continued examining the full scope of the alleged operation. But it was not clear if people involved in the alleged plot had taken any steps to carry out an attack. The White House is protected by intense surveillance, fencing, checkpoints, anti-air attack capabilities, snipers, and a permanent group of quick reaction forces. Trump has faced several assassination attempts in recent years, most recently when a gunman attempted to storm a White House press gala he was attending in the month of April. Earlier, the FBI had said it had foiled multiple terror plots across 4 U.S. states during the holiday season. FBI Director Kash Patel had revealed that in December last year, arrests linked to alleged attacks in California, Pennsylvania, Texas and North Carolina, including bombing and mass casualty plots. On December 29th, Patel said an ISI sympathizer was arrested in Texas for allegedly attempting to provide bomb-making materials to a foreign terrorist organization.
This is Dabu7. You're looking at a live look here at a Wilmington hospital in Delaware where 2 workers have been shot, they believe by a temp worker, that was there that has fled. This is an active shooter situation where the gunman is on the loose. They have a manhunt underway trying to find him. And in the meantime, this hospital is on lockdown. Right now, they're saying they have found 2 gunshot victims, 2 employees. Their conditions have not been released. They say they do know the identity of the individual that did this, but they have not released his name, which I believe they should at this point. This is Wilmington Hospital. Again, that's the name of it, in Wilmington, Delaware. And the area locked down. You can see all the people filed out by police there as they're sweeping room to room in the area and the surrounding region. So you've got someone involved in the shooting that is loose in the surrounding area of Delaware. Just a heads up here. If you got friends and family out there, reach out to them, let them know what's going on here. I'll update on X as I get more.
The G7 leaders meeting in France. WHO or WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus and Brazilian President Lula da Silva are pitching for a pandemic treaty to prevent outbreaks like COVID. The stalled pandemic treaty is a high-stakes negotiation over macroeconomic risk management and intellectual property. As the deadly Ebola outbreak escalates in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the business case for a formalized biosecurity framework is urgent. Here's how the financial model breaks down. While containment of the current Ebola crisis requires immediate millions, maintaining global biosecurity requires an estimated additional $10 billion to $15 billion annually to fund surveillance and operational readiness for outbreaks beyond the World Health Organization's base budget. Funding could rely on a blended finance model. Public capital could come from rich nations like the G7. The cost of funding the WHO against future outbreaks is considered a hedge against supply chain collapses seen during COVID. But the bigger issue is around the IP tax dispute. The treaty's pathogen access annex requires multinational pharma companies to trade priority or prioritary products at costs in exchange for global virus data. The pharmaceutical industry is resisting the move, arguing that mandatory sharing weakens IP protections and could stifle private R&D and venture capital. With the funding, the WHO aims to pivot from reactive crisis management to a proactive global logistics manager. It plans to deploy funds across early detection networks, supply chain buffers, and decentralized production of tests, drugs, and vaccines. Global leaders face a stark trade-off: compromise private sector intellectual property incentives today, or risk another multi-trillion-dollar macroeconomic shutdown like COVID.
Hancur.
Besar hujan, ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, sementara di dalam